Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is October 2021, variant 33 paper. I'm going to start. So let's start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, quotient and remainder is my target. If this is divisible by this, so it means I will keep 2x to power 4 plus 1 inside. But students, I will write not like that. I will write 0x cube, 0x square, then 0x, and then plus 1. It's not a compulsory to write like this. I can work without writing zeros even, but zeros make question easy. Now, first of all, plan this x square multiply what? This x square multiply what? Give you 2x to power 4, this number. So naturally, the number is coming in the bracket is 2x square. Now, 2x square multiply get the same answer. So it means 2x square coming on the top. 2x square multiply with all three values. First, I get 2x to power 4. Then I get it with that negative 2x to power 3. This multiply with this, I get a plus 4x square. And sign changing is compulsory. So this is cancel out. And what I get here, students, 2x to power 3 minus 4x squared plus 0x and plus 1. So this multiply what to give you this answer. So naturally, now I can plan that plus 2x. So 2x multiply with all values. First, I get 2x cubed, 2x into x, negative 2x to power 2. Then with that, plus 4x. And sign changes compulsory. This cancel out. And what is here? Negative 4 plus 2, negative 2x squared, negative 4x and plus 1. So this multiply what give you this answer? So negative 2. I repeat again, negative 2. Negative 2 into this, I get negative 2x squared. Negative 2 into this, I get plus 2x and negative 4. So finally, I will change the signs and this will cancel out and negative 6x and plus 5. This is the remainder, I get it. And what he was asking from us, that what is a quotient and what is the remainder. Okay, and now you can see from here, if I focus here, 1 minute please, I just, all right. So quotient and remainder, we got finally. So this is okay. And let's go for, so we'll go for next question. But before I write what? We have to mention for examiner, what is quotient? 2x square plus 2x minus 2. And what is remainder? Minus 6x plus 5. So alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen is clear. Question number 2, sketching this part. Interesting part, how to sketch this one. We have to make a table of two numbers, okay students, and there is a best way to sketch it. What? Normally we make it only two values, but this time we'll make three values. Whenever modulus comes, we can make three or more even, but three is ideal. One number in the middle, how to find that number? Under model, in modulus, whatever, put equals to 0. 3 goes there, and I get 2x is equal to 3, and x becomes 3 by 2, which is 1.5. So 1.5 come in the middle, this number in the middle. And one number after and one number before, I can plug in any number. So I think 0 is a good choice. And after 1.5, I can put even 2 or even 3, no issue at all. Okay, put 3, no problem. Now, students, I'm going to make it. So look the way how I make it. So first part is very clear. We have a 0, then we have 1, then we have 2, then we have 3. So, and when I plug in 0 in the place of x, you know what happens is becoming 0 minus 3. Modulus of minus 3 give you plus 3 because modulus convert the value into positive. Now I plug in 1.5 in the place of x, and I know that when I plug in 1.5, I will get 0. So no need to work out. Even work out, same answer. 3 will go there, 3 2s are 6. Out of 6, 3 gone, again 3 become positive. And I hope so you got the point. Now I'm going to make it 1, 2, 3. The first point is this one is coming here. This number is x0, y3, x0, y3 here. X is 3, y3 in the front here. You can find somewhere here. Because the sketch word, sketch means rough idea. No need to draw accurate. And 1 minute, I make it again here. Okay. Now use a scale. One time I will join these 2 points. Very clear approach. And one time I'll use these 2 points. And I believe point is nothing hard. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you got a point very clear. And what he said, sketch. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil is done. Let's go for next. He's asking here, the next question he's asking that solve this one, right? It is inequalities both sides, and solve means now we can have one choice, squaring both sides, okay? So when square both sides, it will look like this. Now I'm saving my time. So first term square, 2 into first term, second term, plus second term square. And 2x will come in first 2 brackets. 3 come in next 2 brackets. Don't say minus 3, 3 only. Square of 2, square of x becomes this. 2 to the 4, 4 3 is 12, 12x. And plus 9. And what is right side, students? So again, first term square plus 2 into first term, second term plus second term square. All right. And now you see that what I can do here further. Here 3x come in first bracket, and second bracket 2 comes third and fourth bracket. Square of 3 and square of x. I get 9x to power 2. 2 is 6, 6 2 is 12. So I get 12x and 4. This goes there, or I can bring 9 on this end. 4 minus 9 give you minus 5. This goes there, negative 24. This goes there, I get a plus 5. I hope so. This part is very, very clear. Now multiply, or I think divided by negative 1. What happens? The first sign, when we get a positive, I get this, I get this positive, I get this negative, and this inequality will change from here. 5 5s are 25. Factorization is best choice. 25, 25x and minus 1x. I hope so. Got idea. From here, 5x common, I get x plus 5, and minus 1 common, I get x plus 5. I get x plus 5, and I get 5x minus 1 bigger than 0. And you know very well, we've done a lot of times. With this equal to 0, I get negative 5. This equal to 0, I get a 1 over 5. And how to read it is bigger means outside, and outside means this and this. How to read this is called x is less than minus 5. How to read this? X is bigger than 1 over 5. But students, here we have to one check. Okay, what is that check? Because we are not sure. Actually, I just tell you one more thing. This diagram is drawn here. If I make this equation separate, just sake of your understanding, this is the clarity, you will get it, inshallah. If I make this straight line with any 2 numbers, I plug in 0 in the place of x. 0 in the place of x, I get it. This gone becomes 0, so 2 left. So 2 is here. I'll plug in any one number. Let's say I plug in -1, for example, -1. Okay. When I plug in -1, I got a -1 again, right? Look at here, -1, -3, -2 got a -1. Okay, or I can plug in one even positive form, but I think this is a high value. Maybe I will not get it, or no problem. Even this also okay. Now, students, let's start. -1 is this, and -1 is this. So this point is somewhere here. I do a green color, and 0, 2 is here. 0, 2 is here. Here. If I take a scale and draw, this is just for knowledge, that if I draw, you see this line I'm getting, this line I'm getting, and I add one extra line here to make it proper understanding. So my question, this line cutting the blue line, only one spot, so one solution only, which is very clear, this, okay? And this line is not cutting the other line, so it has only one solution. There's only one solution. Okay, this is a graphical explanation. So it means this is out of range. This is ignore, and this is my answer. This is a graphical method. Now I do the other method even for your sake of understanding. And what is that is called just what is less than 5 students. So I draw a number line. This is -5. So just because I follow the arrow, so it's saying less than -6. Let's say -6 is a less than that. I plug in this equation in the top. If they satisfy true, otherwise false, I will not take it. And I know this is a false. Let's try now. And what the question is, 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3 modulus, 2x minus 3 modulus equals to, not equals to, sorry. What is that equation? Less than 3x plus 2, less than 3x plus 2. Over. Now I'm plugging -6 in both sides. When I plug in -6 here, and when I -6 plug in here, it is giving -12, -15 become +15. This is -18 out of 18. This is -16. And I'm saying 15 is smaller than that, which is impossible. So false. This is a clarity. This is a confirmation that this is our not answer. And this is a check it, inshallah. We'll see the left and right match. So 2 techniques I showed you, one graphical technique and one the other technique. So this is, look at here, this is modulus. So I will make a V shape, either this shape or this shape. Mountain shape, some say that, mountain shape or V shape. Okay, or V shape or inverted V shape, okay, like this way. And the other is a straight line only. This is a straight line only. So if you draw there, you can get easily. This is called graphical explanation. All right. He's not asking this. He said, solve this. Okay. Even I show the graphical technique, but I don't know what is number. So ultimately, we have to go for this method. So this graph will help us to just get for clarity. So let's go for the next part. Question number 3. Now we have a technique, and this is a basic principle whenever power. For example, x to power 3 divided by x to power 1. What we do always, 3 minus 1. Same way if I have reverse. We normally we go from here to there, but can I go reverse? Yes, I can go reverse. For example, I am writing here 5 minus 2. Can I say x to power 5 up and x to power 2 down? 100% we can say. So we can see this power negative. So can I say 4 to power x up and 4 to power 2 down? Exactly. We can write it. We can write it after seeing this explanation. It is possible. And there's a 16 simply. Just try to confuse you. And now I think very clear I can say here, students. So I can say let 4 to power x is equals to k. It make question easier. So here k and here k. Here I'm getting k by 16. Again, 4 to power 2 is 16. Here k minus 16. 16 multiplies there, 16k and 16 to 56. I think you got a point. And this comes this way, I get a -15k is equals to -256. And I think so. So 256, if I divide by 15, I am getting no way. This is same value in fraction form. I'm not getting simplified form. And this value I'm going to plug in here. So 4 to power x equal to 256 over 15. And now take a log, take ln, take log, your wish. I take it for log, no problem at all. But either I can take ln also, no effect will come, answer will become same finally. This power will come down, reason, log property, after log, any power comes there, this power can come down and multiply. So this property I am using here. Okay, so x comes down, log of 4 equals to log of 256 over 15. This will divide under it, and that's it. And this is our answer going to come. And I hope so you're not getting any big trouble. And if we type this in calculator, we get a what here, and what he said 3 dp, 3 decimal places. We have to keep eye on our target, and answer is coming 2.047. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. I hope so the point is very, very clear. Question number 4. What is the question number 4 we have? If you look at carefully, this is a product formula. This is called normally we say here by parts formula. By parts. Integration by parts. Okay. And what is the basic formula? U and V. Basically, U copy without any change. U copy into integration of V function minus a big sign of integral, a bracket starts, a bracket ends, and dx. And in the bracket, what to write? Again, V integration. The way I wrote outside, I'll write inside again, same thing. Into differentiation of what? Of U, I mean first function. So there is one criteria, I tell you even that. What is the criteria? That one, late, L-A-T-E, late. And I always add I late. So top to bottom, what is the basic criteria? Top is V, down is U. I repeat again what I'm saying. Top is V, down is U. I for inverse, L for logarithm, A for algebra, T for trigonometry, E for exponential. So for example, if exponential and trigonometry come together, I will take exponentially V, and trigonometry I will take as U. Now in particular our situation, trigonometry and algebra coming together. So trigonometry I will deal as a V, so this is a V. Algebra I will take as U. I think you got my point. So this is U and this is V. This is a basic proper way to start it. So let's start. Keep your eye on the formula, students. So let's start. He said exact value. So you, first of all, U copy. So U copy means X copy. Done. Then V integration means sine half X integration. Okay, I'm copying. Then a sign of integral. Okay, a sign. I normally write a big as compared to this side. Size. Okay. Bracket starts, brackets end, and dx. This dx coming here. In the bracket, what to write? Again, V integration. Okay, let's start again. V integration. No problem at all. Times 2 differentiation of U function. So no problem. Differentiation of U function. And what is U function, students? X. Over. I copied formula. I think you compare U copy. Okay. V integration. Okay. Minus sign. Sure. A sign of integral. Then bracket starts. Okay. V integration done. And U differentiation and bracket close and dx. So now I'm going to solve. What is integration of sine, students? You know it very well. Minus cos half X divided by angle's derivative is a half. All right. This whole copy paste here. So done. Now afterwards, what is X differentiation 1? And close bracket and dx. So simplification, you know, when fraction come in denominator, so 1 over 1 over 2, this flips. So we got a 2. So this is a negative 2. So I'm writing negative 2x cos half X. And this is also same, this minus comes out, become plus. I think you got my point, and 2 will flip out, will come out. Inside, I get a cos half x dx, and negative 2x cos half x. And what is integration of cos? You know it very well, sine half x divided by angles derivative. Make sure. And same time, I'm putting limits. And what's the limit given by him? Pi by 3 and pi. So pi by 3 below and above pi. But I will simplify. This 2 will flip up. As I said before, this 2 always flips up. So 2 2s are 4. And then I will simplify. Then I will plug in the limits. So negative 2x cos half x and plus 4 sine half x. And I suggest as a teacher, please don't plug in the limits until you simplify the maximum. Now I think it is easier to plug in. All right, so now we can see how we can plug in students of upper limit pi. And when a pi plug in here, all right, and pi plug in here. So I get first of all negative 2 pi. And for your knowledge, cos pi by 2 is 0. So why waste our time? 0. Because cos pi by 2 is 0 and sine pi by 2 is 1. And please take your calculator in radian mode, make sure. So when I plug in pi here and pi here, so pi cos pi by 2 is 0, so I'm not wasting my time. When I put pi here, cos sine pi by 2 is 1, so I get a 4 only, minus sine. Upper limit done. Now I'm going to plug in the lower limit. When I plug in pi by 3 here, students, so what happens outside? I get it. This is a negative formula, so I'm not confusing you. So plug in 2 by here. So minus 2 pi by 3. When I plug in pi by 3 here, it becomes cos pi by 6. And pi by 6 is 30. Cos 30 is a actually in radian mode is a root 3 by 2. So when I plug in pi by 3 here, student, in the place, I get a pi 3 by 2. You can check in calculator even. Okay, plus 4. When I plug in this pi by 3 here, it is coming, just a minute, let me recheck. There's a pi by 6 and pi by 6 is a 30 degree. Yes, this is half. This is half, correct. What I'm doing, it's correct. This is a half. Half. All right, here I get a 4 students, and here it goes inside, and this is 2 cancel out, and I'm getting plus, so pi root 3 by 3, and this is coming plus 2. Oh, sorry, not plus 2, minus 2, because this minus into plus minus 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2, and this is our final answer. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen is our final answer. You can write unit square or you can leave it because it always give us area. Okay, so let's go for next question. Number 5. So sine theta is this given by him, and he said that find in a degree mode and get this answer. So how to do it? Cos to have 3 formulas, recall. Basically 2 formulas. I use 2 cos square theta minus 1, and this angle become half. You know it very well. Second formula is cos 2 theta is 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Again, this angle become half. But I have this sine, so I must need same. So I will use this in the place of it. Okay, I will put this one in the place, not the cos one. Cos, if I take cos one, I will get issue. So let's start. In the bracket, I'm writing 1 minus 2 sine square theta and plus 2 outside. 3 2s are 6 sine square theta plus 2, and here sine theta. Bring all left hand side. I get 6 sine square theta plus sine theta, and this is a plus 5. Come left side, become minus 5. Now, students, I can take sine theta equal to k, or I can do directly. I think I can do directly. 6 5s are 30. I can take 6 and 5. So 6 and 5. So 6 theta positive and negative 6 5s, so 5 sine theta. This I'm factorizing trigonometry. If you don't like it, you can take this k. This is a k, and it become k squared. So no problem. Now 6 sine common out. I get only sine theta left here and plus 1. From negative sine common here, negative 5, sorry, I get sine theta plus 1. Now, because they match, it means I'm getting sine theta plus 1 and 6 sine theta minus 5. So one term this 0 and one term this 0. So I can solve it directly or show some steps, no problem at all. So 1 goes there, so sine theta is equals to minus 1, and sine theta coming from here, 5 goes there, and 6 divides, so 5 upon 6. Now, very interesting part is coming here. Many students don't have idea when take a sine inverse of this. Okay, there's an issue. Actually, we must know these some values. Okay, I just make a whole idea for sine 0 is 0, sine 360 is 0, and what the other one, sine 180 is also 0, but up sine 90 is 1, and sine 270 is coming minus 1. So you can send when I take sine inverse. In short, I am asking that what is the angle which giving us negative 1? So 270. So this is my answer comes from here. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you understood very well. So we got this answer from here. So this part is done. Now let's talk about other parts, students. When talk about other ones, so you know sign property in the quadrants. This is on the lines, on x-axis and on y-axis. So don't forget these student, these values. Okay. Now sign is a positive. You see, there's a plus sign. So positive in which? In a first quadrant and second quadrant. Okay, if I take sine inverse of this, so is I call theta as a principal angle. So when I find principal angle, I get 56.4. 56.4. So this angle is 56.4. This angle is 56.4. What is rule of measurement, students? Start from positive x-axis, move anti-clockwise till line, and second is this one. So we have two answers. First is this, I'm writing directly. So bring back this theta. So theta is equal to 56.4. And what is from here to here? Does you know straight line 180 degree? But I need from here till here. So this angle I don't want. So 180 minus that over. And I get two answers from here, 56.4. And this is 123.6. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Three answers we got it from here. So this part is very clear. And let's go for question number 6. By first expanding this, so no problem, let's take expansion of this. So not a hard job for us. Fundamental law of the cos is what? Cos first angle and second angle. So for cos first angle time to cos second angle, opposite sign, I mean plus, and sine first angle and sine second angle, sine x into sine 60. Here make sure he said 2dp alpha and degree mode. So 60 cos 60 is a equal to sine 30 is a half. So this is a half. I'm writing half cos x. And what is sine 60? Root 3 by 2. All right. So first expansion is done. All right. Half job is over. And then he's saying, then he's saying that can be written this equation. So I will write it. Let's start. 2 cos x minus 60 plus cos x. He said this can be written in this form. So this I will copy here. All right. I'm okay. This value, if you concentrate, this value is same. Yes. So the whole thing is coming here. So I'm writing in bracket. So this whole coming in the bracket. So half cos x, and root by 3 by 2 sine x and plus cos x. Okay, left side done. So this 2 multiply, cancel, and I get what? I get cos x root by 3 to sine x and plus cos x. Again, cos plus cos, I can say 2 cos x. So left hand side, I have done simplest form. But what about right hand side, students? Again, I will apply, this time I will apply again fundamental cos formula, but in terms of x and alpha. And you know, r is outside. So first of all, cos x, cos alpha, opposite sign, it means plus. So sine x and sine alpha. And now r multiplying inside. So I can write what, students? R cos x, cos alpha, and r sine x and sine alpha. Some teacher teaches shortcut technique, but I do a long technique. In this way, you have no need to memorize any formula. You can do simply, only fundamental law is available in your booklet. Now I'm comparing, I'm just write a comparison. This cos and this cos, you can cancel it. And this r and cos alpha equal to 2. So I'm writing here r cos alpha equal to 2. Equation 1 done. And this sine coefficient is sin x and sin x cancel. R sines this equal to this one. So I'm writing r sine alpha is root by 3 2. And you know, the students, if I say that, you know, sin cos square plus sine square is 1, students. Yes, if I say 1 square plus 2 square, what happened left side? Left hand side, I'll get it what I'm showing one time, then I erase it. This is coming left hand side, but you know what is common? R square common. What left? Sine square plus cos square, that is equal to what? 1. Okay, I can show working, no problem. As I wrote, so I will not erase it now. And from here I get r square, and right hand side what I get? Let me type it. 4 plus 3 divided by 4. Yes, I'm getting 19 by 4. Take a root, I get root 19 by 2. This is our value, root 19 over 2. Okay, 1 minute. Maybe some mistake I done. I recheck. Oh, this is 2 multiplying. This 2 to cancel out. Sorry, student. This is mistake of mine. It should be cancelled. Sorry for that. So this 2 is cancelled. If this 2 is cancelled, it means this 2 is not there. Okay. Now I think easy. Okay, this 2 is also cancelled. All right. So what I'm saying here, 4 plus 3. This is 3 become 3 and this become 4. I get 7. So root 7 is my R value. So alhamdulillah, small mistake, correction is done. Okay, now how to get the alpha value? So easy. I can plug in the R value there or here. If I plug in R here and it goes down, so what is the cos alpha? Is 2 by root 7. And take cos inverse. And we take cos inverse. And what is saying, students? 2 dp alpha value. When I take cos inverse, it is cos inverse 2 by root 7, 40.89. So I have done it, and this value I will copy here, and this value I'll copy here. Okay, if I copy, students, so wait a minute, this is some difficulty, so I bring slightly up. Now, okay. Okay, students, so let's start. And what the thing is, yes, what I'm going to do, I am going to do what? I am putting this R value here and alpha value here. And you know it very well, students. This is same. See, look at here. Okay, because he said that find the X value, find the X value for the interval first 4 quadrants, for which this takes its least value. Very interesting. This takes is the least value. 2 cos x minus 60 plus cos x is same, which I have on the top. See, is matching. So what I'm doing, and this is going there, and r is √7. I'm writing √7, and cos in the bracket I'm writing x minus alpha, which means x minus 40.89. All right, done it. And now what he's asking us, he's asking us here that what is a least value. Okay, I just tell you two techniques to get it a least value. One is a long technique, but short technique, I tell one here. You know what, student, this answer, repeat, this answer depends upon this answer, right? Because I'm looking for least value. So least, and I tell extra part, cos or sine. You know, highest value is +1 and lowest value is -1. Because when you sketch the sine curve or Gauss graph, it stay in the limit of highest value +1 and the lowest value -1. It never goes up. It stays in the middle of the +1 and -1. So it means this, I can say here, so simple student, replace a whole cos, including x, including angle, everything. Replace here +1. Okay, and if I replace here +1, student, so but 1 minute please, he's asking find the x value, it takes is the least. Find the value of x for which this takes it's a least value. Okay, first of all, I want to find a least value. What it means, if I replace here in -1, it will give you least value. What is the least value coming? Negative √7. And what is the largest value, students? Largest value, if I replace +1 here, again, there's a art, what is the technique to solve it? And because I'm finding this value for this students, you know it very well, and this value equal to that. So I'm saying here √7 cos x minus 40.89 equals to -7. Repeat, this equal to this, correct, agreed, and this I'm comping, okay, but the least value is -√7. I'm repeating here negative. Now this √7 will go under it. I get what, students? I get here simply this x minus 40.89 equals to -1. And for your knowledge, -1 is here. -1 is here. I mean, cos pi is giving us -1. Okay, it means I'm leaving it here, x 180, sorry, don't say pi. Okay, 40 minus 89 equals to 180. Okay, and why 180 I plug in? Because you know that at this you got a -1, and now this number, when it goes there and add, so 180 plus 40, 220. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, 220.9 is our least, like a least value is sure, least value is this one, that is for no doubt about it. Least value is this, but he's not asking least value. He say what is the x value, what is the angle x which give you least value. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, first I explain you what is a least value, which is coming -√7. And then I looked at what is a x least, like x value which give us the least. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I believe you got a point very clear. Question number 7. So let's start question number 7. So first of all, we'll do differentiation. Basic property of logarithm is what? After logarithm, if I have any function, for example, this. So first it will go totally in denominator and bracket differentiation comes up. So same I'm going to do now. What is the logarithm x plus y? So x plus y will go in denominator, and in the numerator differentiation of bracket value. So x is 1 and y becomes dy over dx. Wait a minute, I write again, dy over dx. And what is the right side? X has a 1 and 2y becomes 2 dy over dx. My target is to prove this and dy by dx alone. There are two dy by dx you can see. First of all, cross multiply. This will multiply there. I can say 1 plus dy over dx. 1 minus 2 dy over dx. Lot of algebra here. Differentiation is over. There's one step of differentiation. What is below? Full algebra. It means you must have a good command on algebra. 1 multiply both values, we got x plus y. This multiply with both values, negative 2x dy over dx. Negative 2y dy over dx. So we have 3 dy dx, you can see. Okay. And what is my target? Under it, every value is positive. It means I will bring it here, I'll bring it here, and this one will go on the right side. All right. So dy over dx, this comes here, plus 2x dy over dx. This comes this side, plus 2y dy over dx, equal to x plus y, and this one goes there, becomes minus 1. Now from here, what is common, students? Naturally, dy dx common, I get what? 1 plus 2x and plus 2y. X plus y minus 1. So this whole thing will divide. But before, okay, first do a divide, then I think what is next specific shape we need to convert. And what I know, I think, yeah, 2 must be common and the writing is before. So no problem at all, right before and after, no problem. I take 2 common, I get x plus y, and this plus 1 I'm writing at the end. So this part is 2. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, clear. Next part is asking, find the coordinates of point, the curve where tangent is parallel to x-axis. Repeat, coordinates of the point where the tangent is parallel to x-axis. Let me tell clear thing here. When parallel to x-axis, gradient means 0. Parallel to y-axis, gradient is 1 by 0. So it means if we say x-axis, I will plug in 0. If you say y-axis, I will plug in 1 by 0. Make sure, students, just for your extra knowledge. So I am taking the same equation, students. I take the same equation. Okay, I take same equation. All right. And I use it here. Okay, students. And now I put what? Put dy over dx equals to 0. So when I put 0, students, x plus y minus 1 over 2 times x plus y plus 1. This whole thing into 0 will finish automatically, and x plus y minus 1 equal to 0. But our target is coordinates or the point. So I have to plug in the top equation, which is given here. What equation is log of x plus y equals to x minus 2y. So I will take this equation and I will shift there. And I will paste here, right? And this equation I have it, but first of all, I will make either x subject or y subject. So I think so. If I can make anything subject, no issue at all, because ultimately we have to find both x and y. So x is equal to 1 minus y, equation number 1. This I am putting in our actual equation. Okay, so I'm writing it, this value coming here and here. So when I replace inside, so 1 minus y plus y, and 1 minus y minus 2. I repeat what I'm saying. I repeat here again. Inshallah, I hope so you will understand. I plug in this value in the place of this x, and now this y will cancel, and log of 1 is coming 0, 0. And when I plug in this value here, I get this form 1 minus 3y. And y value becoming 3y goes there and 3 divides 1 over 3. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, this one got it. And this value I put in a 1. So x is equal to 1 minus 1 over 3, 3 LCM, and 3 minus 1. And ultimately I got 2 by 3. It means the point which I'm looking for, x is 2 by 3 and y is 1 by 3. So I hope so the point is very, very clear. And let's go for the next question. Next question is here of the topic of vectors. Okay, what the question we have read carefully is saying what here OBCD is a pyramid with a vertex D. You can see the D vertex and the pyramid. Okay, and horizontal base is a square shape. So the bottom, this down is called square shape. It means length and width equal, and each unit is 4. So this means this is 4, this is 4, this is 4, this is 4. So this is a O to A is, I can say directly 4I. I can say that OC is very simple 4J. I think clear. And if someone asked what is AM, although he maybe I'll see later on, I can say this is parallel to this with J. So this is 2J parallel that. So 2J. Why? Because I think M is a midpoint. Yeah, he mentioned even here. All right. This is just extra idea. Let's start. What a question he is asking. Midpoint of M is M here, and N is a point. Mid N is a point such that or C on CD. Where's CD? You can see this line of CD. So N is lights there, such that DN equal to C3 and CD. Okay. So this connection is link is given, very important to use. Okay. All right. And find the vector equation of line through MN. It means for this reason, I need OM. Big reason because I'm looking for R, a line go through M or N lies on it like this. Okay, students. What is the formula? I can write OM plus lambda times 2MN, one option. And make sure this MM always same. Or second option, if I use ON, then lambda times 2NM, then I need, because this letter must match. It means I'm looking for two things, either that OM, ON, I'm looking for that. First of all, OM is a piece of cake for us. So let's start. First of all, I'm going for OM. And how to get OM, students? So let's start path. What is the path of OM? Look at it, students. I believe you can see that this arrow. So it is equal to what? I am writing now OM vector equals to OA vector plus AM vector. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. OA I know 4I and AM I know 2J. So 2J and K is not there. So I'm writing myself 0K. So OM vector is done. This is done. One part is over. So it means OM I got it. Now I'm looking for ON. For that reason, I have to look upon this vector, the situation given, a condition given. So let's start. What is given? DN is equals to 3NC. Nothing hard, easy. You know, students, this is, I'm writing vectors on it now. I convert vector form. And what is this way? I just give you help here. First of all, AB vector. What is writing technique? The letter ending at B, I write start from there. OB minus OA. For example, LM vector. How to start, students? Ending at M. So I'll start OM minus OL. Make sure here always O comes. Always O comes. No other letter. No other letter. So how to expand this? I can say easily ON minus OD. How to expand this, students? OC minus ON. Now expand the bracket ON minus OD, 3OC minus 3ON. This ON come on this side, I get 4ON. OD goes there, 3OC plus OD. So now I can think about what is OC, I have it. What is OD? OD is given by here, I think so. Let me check. Yeah, OD is given here. Yeah, OD is 4 units, but parallel to Z axis, so 4K. So OD is 4K. I'm writing for such a sake of your understanding, 4K. So it means I think we are close to finish. And what is OC, students? OC is a 4J. So I'm putting here 4J in the bracket and here 4K and here 4ON. And finally, I can say 4ON is equals to 12J and plus 4K. This 4 divides. And finally, I get what? 0I, 3J, and K. How come this 4 divide, I get 3, 4 divide, I get a 1. And I hope so this part is very, very clear. And I got ON and I got, yes, OM. So all points are very, very clear. And now I'm proceeding for the vector form. What I said before, either I use this any one form. I think I can work for, and so let's start upper one. Okay, I use the upper one. So let's start. What is the formula? R is equal to OM plus lambda time to Mn. OM is very simple. I'm writing a lambda and here Mn. OM is where, student? This is OM, 4 to 0. Now, what is Mn? How to get Mn? Mn, all of you familiar. When it Mn, same technique I will apply. And what is Mn? On minus OM. So two vectors are subtracting. I will write it here later on. And what is ON? I know it here. So 0, 3, 1. And what is OM? I know 4 to 0. And what is 0 minus 4 is coming minus 4. Okay. And what is 3 minus 2 is coming 1. Okay. And what is 3, 1 minus 1 coming 1. So make sure this is a correct. Okay. And maybe if you have a, maybe you have ON here, then these all signs reverse. Why reverse, sir? Because I'm looking not for Mn, I'm looking for Nm. In that condition, if I use On here, so all signs are reverse. So I hope so point is clear. And this is my final answer. I hope so. You got a point very clear. And let's go for next part. He's saying show the length of perpendicular from O to Mn is this. Okay, Mn. It means this is Mn line, students. So look, I show you. I erase this first of all. Actually, I means O to Mn. All right. Okay, this is a 90 degree. Okay, students. And this is a point is called P. P stand for perpendicular. Although N is here and M is here. And this is line Mn line. Okay. And I'm looking for what, students? I'm looking for perpendicular distance. So what is technique? So let's see now how we can do this kind of question. So 0 and P and Nm. So let's try to make a diagram. Go here. Mn here. This stands for P for perpendicular and making 90 degree as a sort of idea. O is 0, 0, 0. An equation of Mn, we have it, this have it. We look at here. I convert standard form. Standard form is very important to convert, otherwise we can't find it. A standard form of line, how to find a standard form? So students, not a hard job, easy. So this 4 and multiply. So here -4 lambda and plus 4, like I coefficients. J coefficients are here. So from here 2 and here plus lambda. So 2 plus lambda and K from here 0 plus lambda. I just write lambda only. And this is called standard form of the line. What is basic plan actually? And when I convert standard form of line, students, it represents a million trillion points on the line locating on that. Even you can say that this expressing M, correct? It expressing N, correct? It is expressing P also. So I will convert this equation like this. OP vector is 4 minus 4 lambda, 2 plus lambda and lambda. So I think got idea. But basically, what's the plan of action? Whenever two vectors are perpendicular, like OP vector and line are perpendicular to each other, so dot product of both equal to 0. Because you know it very well. So it means basic plan is what? OP vector dot line direction equals to 0. How I call B as a line direction? Basically, we call this is R is equal to A plus lambda B. Basically, A representing the point and B representing direction. So this is called direction. Because I will take OP vector, which I got it very clear, and I need MN vector. So MN vector representing by what? By B. It means by B. So it means, I hope so you got a point, and now I'm writing it now. OP vector dot B equal to 0. OP is a 4 minus 4 lambda, 2 plus lambda, lambda, and B is what, students? So minus 4, 1, 1. And dot product, you're familiar, xii coefficient multiply, minus 4 into minus plus 4, minus 16, minus 4 into that, plus 16 lambda, 1 into this, 2 plus lambda, and 1 into that, lambda. And I believe the idea is clear. 16, 17, 18, 18 lambda. And this is becoming what? Negative 14, or goes there plus 14. And lambda become 2 7s are 2 9s are 18. So 7 by lambda is my value, but this is not answered. Okay, this is a lambda. Wait a minute. Sorry, sir. So 2 7s are 2 9s are. Let me check again. Maybe planning is okay. And equation, I just check once again. Yeah, okay, all okay. And then I check if any 4, 2 plus lambda. Okay, all correct, all correct. And OP, and let me check the dot product. So line direction is what? Minus 4, 1, 1, correct. So let me recheck calculating here, negative 16, negative here, plus 16, correct. And I got 2 plus lambda, and I got lambda. So lambda plus lambda, 2 lambda, 16 plus 2, 18 lambda, and this becoming negative 14. So 2 7 or 2 9. Okay, let's start. Is okay. So let's go for the what is called R value, because we asked for what, the length of distance. Okay, and length of distance, how to find, students? So if I plug in the lambda value back in this equation, back in this equation, okay, I will get the value. So let's see now. It means I get a OP coordinates. What is OP coordinates, students? When I plug in this 4 7 there, and let me check. 4 minus 4 times to 7 by 9. Okay, I'm getting here OP coordinates. When I plug in this value here, I'm getting 8 by 9. Okay, and 4 times 7 over 9. Okay, when I plug in this value here, so 2 plus 7 over 9, I got 25 over 9, and 7 over 9 third point. And you know, students, so it means OP coordinates coming 8 by 9, 25 by 9, and 7 over 9. And you know, if you find the magnitude of this will give us the distance. So root, and I just check it, 8 square, 25 square plus 7 square, and divided by 3. So it is coming with us. Yeah, wait a minute. Let me check again. Root 8 divided by 9 square plus 25 divided by 9 square plus 7 divided by 9 square. And we got a right answer, exactly. And I just show the working. And actually distance means this is 0. So, you know, normally formula x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square, z2 minus z1 whole square. But all are 0, so we will not care about that. So I will find it. Actually, formula is, I'm just showing 8 by 9 minus whole square. This is x2 minus x1. I believe now you're getting the point. And 25 minus 9 is 0 whole square. And 7 by 9 minus 0 whole square. And when I type in calculator, students, I'm getting 1 over 3 root of 82. So OP distance, this is called distance of OP, and OP is called short distance. So I think the point is very, very clear. All right, so this is clear. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And let's go for next question, number 9. Question number 9 saying what here? Find the x coordinates of stationary point. Okay, students. So stationary points we're looking for, and all of you know, but some trick in this question. What is trick in the question? Trick is, because I have seen some students confused in this question. So best technique, bring x multiply inside. I get 9 x to power half I get negative x to power 3 by 2. How 3 by 2? Because half plus 1, 3 by 2. And now I bring it in the numerator. Like this. Okay, students, now I can find differentiation. And what is the basic criteria? Dash -1 comes down and power become 1 less, becomes -2, and base remains same first of all. Then differentiation of the base. It means base means 9x to power half minus x to power 3 by 2. I hope so clear. And after this simplification, let's complete this -1. I brought the whole thing in denominator. It goes down. I get a power 2 on the top and 9x to power half minus x to power 3 by 2. And into this, and what is this derivative? I can copy it here also. Okay, so I'm copying in the numerator. -1. And what is this derivative, students? Half comes down, so 9 by 2. And x become -half. Why? From 1 less from here. Lot of algebra. Power comes down 3 by 2. And from power 1 less, I got a half. So this is a tough task anyway. Plug in derivative equals to 0. F dash. So I'm erasing from here and I'm saving my step. I'm putting here 0. I'm putting here 0. And this whole thing into 0 will finish automatically. Okay, students, so this is coming in the bracket and I bring this -half in denominator. It become 2 root of x and 3 by 2 root of x in the numerator. This negative goes down, so this also finish. The short story, 9 by 2 root of x and minus 3 by 2 root of x in the numerator is equals to 0. Now it goes there and then cross multiply. A lot of algebra, you see. This is the first step of differentiation. This step is differentiation, restful algebra, even above, even below. 3 by 2 root of x. Cross multiply, 2 goes there, 19, 2 nines are 18, and 3 twos are 6, and root x into root x give you only x. And x is coming with us sharp 3. And what he was asking, x coordinate. Okay, and alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So we have done it. What is the next part? Next part is say use substitution technique and get this area. Sorry, this area, when integrate, get an area. So what is a substitution criteria? I will write. The topic is look like integration, but we'll start differentiation here. What is rule? Left hand side variable up, right hand side variables down. It means du over dx. And what is the rule of differentiation? Power half is root half. Half comes down and power 1 less. Bring it down. So when you bring it down, because positive half is called root. Basically, we are integrating 0 to 4, okay, 0 to 4 f of x. Okay, students, so let's put the fx. What is fx, students? F of x is this value, okay? So I think I should write the original one, 1 minus x, 9x, and root of x. This I'm copying here, yeah. Okay, let's come here down and here paste. So this is actually question. Okay, students. Now see, I plug in, first of all, is this root x same? Correct, it is matching. Gradually, inshallah, we'll try to match, inshallah. So first of all, you know it very well. This root x replaced by u, done. First job is done. Now question come, how to get x? So squaring both sides. When squaring both sides, student, what happens? U square equal to only x. So in the place of this x, I can replace u square. So I got 9 minus u square. So alhamdulillah, gradually we are converting. Okay, now this dx left only behind dx, I can make subject from here. Cross multiply, it goes up and it goes up like that. Cross multiply both sides. So 2 root of x du is equals to dx. So this value, okay, what is root x, students? You know u. So 2u du. And this dx same, so I can replace this value up. So 2u du, alhamdulillah, and u cancel out. And I get this back. And what limits? So we converted everything but limits left. We say that when x is equal to 0, because the whole question in x form x. So this 0 coming from there, and this 0 we will plug in here. So u is equal to root of 0 is becoming 0. So here 0. Lower limit is confirmed 0. What about the upper limit? Upper limit is 4. I am saying if or when 4. Plug in 4 here, and 4 root is coming 2. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, it means limits converted to 0 to 2. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, full question is converted from x to y, u, sorry. And so finally I get 2 over, and you know this is, we can't solve it because negative sign in the middle. If plus in the middle, I can take tan inverse criteria. But negative sign in the middle, and whenever negative come in the middle, I have one choice. This is 3 plus u into 3 minus u. I have no other choice. I factorized, and now I'm going to partial fraction. So this equation inside, I will take it and then do partial fraction. So I'm saying 2 over 3 plus u into 3 minus u equals to a upon first linear factor plus b over second linear factor multiplied throughout the whole equation by left hand side denominator. All right. When I multiply this whole thing with this, students, what happens? This fully cancel, and I get only 2. When I multiply this whole thing with this fraction, so this plus part will cancel. So this will stay behind with a. And when I multiply this with this fraction, this cancel out. So with b, this will stay behind. All right, this done. Now what I'm doing, you know it well, students. So one time this factor is equals to 0. When I plug in this plus 3 is equal to 0, I got u value is equal to minus 3. So I'm putting in the whole equation 0, u is equal to minus 3. And when I replace minus 3, students, left hand side 2 remains same, but I put a minus 3 here. So minus 3 here. So I got a minus plus, and 3 plus 3 becomes 6. So a becomes 6. And this minus 3 plus 3 becomes 0. I hope so you got it. Second number, as I'm putting 3 plus u 0, so gone. And this a becomes 6 goes under it, become 1 over 3. First, I plug in this equal to 0. Now I plug in the second part equal to 0. So 3 minus u equal to 0, u become positive 3. I am put u is equals to 3 positive this time. Can I plug left side? No change as it is. When I plug in 3 minus 3 becomes 0. When I plug in 3, 3 plus 3 becomes 6b. And finally, I get b value is 1 over 3 once again. Both values I will plug in here, or I can, because this is same, student, look at it, this is same. Yeah, this will go here. Yes. So I will use directly both values here and plug in this part. So let's start. 0 to 2 and 1 over 3 divided by 3 plus u plus 1 over 3 and 3 minus u and du. Actually, I plug in back here, right? To use as it is, and this is very, very clear planning. Now, best idea. Okay, space, maybe another trouble. Anyway, I think we can do, because I'm writing very big anyway, no problem. All right, let's move on. What is this one? I can write one more step. 1 by 3, I bring it out. 0 to 2, 1 over 3 plus u du. This I brought, this value I brought outside actually. And this value I will bring outside as it is, as I said before. Okay. Now problem is, you remember student, what's the formula? Formula is a function in denominator, its derivative in numerator, and power 1 dx. What is answer? Comes logarithm of function. So same story here. Check it. Function down, correct. Its derivative is what? 3 plus u, 3 plus 1. So 1, 1 we have it. Same story here. No, but I need minus 1. But I have a, what is this 3 derivative? 0. And u become minus 1 I must need. But I have 1. So what to do? I will do what, students? So I will make a change here. This minus 1 and there. So I'm erasing this sign. I'm erasing. And I'm making here minus and minus. Because this minus comes out, become plus again. So it means no effect is coming. And I show the blue color writings, you can understand. 1 over 3 in the bracket log of 3 plus u. 0 to 2 limit. 1 over 3 log of 3 minus u, 0 to 2 limit. I want to plug in 3 here, students. Okay. And you see now, when I plug in 2 in the place of each u, so 3 plus 2, 5, I can say 1 over 3 log of 5 minus. When I plug in 0, I get log of 3. This is done. What about this, student? Same story. Plug in 2 here, I got a, because 2 subtract, I got a 1 log of 1 is 0, not waste of time. When I plug in 0 here, I get a log of 3 once again. I have to expand the bracket. I'm doing it below log of 1, this one, and minus 1 by 3 log of 3. And minus become plus. And my Brooks will they cancel out. And my answer is coming 1 over 3 log of 5. Maybe same thing is asking for proof. Yeah. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, lot of attention and control is required to solve it. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. Next question, number 10, students, we have, and what a question is. A large plantation of area 20 kilometers square is becoming infected with a plant disease. Okay. All right. So total is a 20 kilometers square. And after, at a time, T years, the infected area X kilometers per hour, kilometers, sorry, and the rate of increase of X rate. What does a rate means? Many students have a confusion how to start a question. What is writing technique? Some extent we can get a help from here. And second technique, we can get a concept here, rate. When a rate comes, student, it means d over dt. Don't forget it. Rate of increase of x, so means dx over dt, it's matching. So this is a proportional. Proportional means this. Proportional to what, students? So a ratio. What is a ratio? It means division. Ratio of area infected. So here infected area, I will write infected area. And 2 means division. 2 means dividing. To the not infected yet. Yet means from 20, I will subtract x. Sorry, from 20, I subtract x. Yeah, correct, same. So 20 minus x. Why, sir? Because infected area is x and uninfected area is what? A not infected area is 20 minus x. I believe all of you understanding what I am saying. And now let's start solving. So dx, first of all, we have to show to examiner this, and I am writing in the place x here and down 20 minus x. So we have to show this one. Afterwards, I can remove proportional sign and put a k sign, kx. And then what to do, students? We have given some values. I will plug in dx by dt. I will replace by 1. And x value is given by him 1. So k times 2, 1 is k, and 20 minus 1, I get 19. 19 multiplies there, I get k 19, and then I plug in back in equation. So when I plug in back k 19 here, so it is, okay, I'm writing here k is equal to 19. And finally, answer is coming dx by dt. When a 19 will go here, and Mabruk, target is achieved. So this was not very hard, but some trick was there. Anyway, let's go for next plan. He said that solve differential equation and show that when time is 1, the x value satisfy this equation. So this is my target. And what is x subject? So there are two x's are there, one left and one right. Okay. So no problem. Let's see how we can tackle this issue. When exponential involve 100% logarithm will play a vital role. So let's start from here. So dx by dt equals to 19x over 20 minus x. Job number 1, cross multiply. So 20 minus x comes this side with dx and 19x with dt, but it's not acceptable. Why not acceptable? Because I need x bring here, so I'll bring it here. You can do in one step or you can do in a 2 steps, so no problem at all, but I will do in one step. So this multiply with that and 19x is coming in denominator. And you know, basically, whenever this two concept is there, like a minus b or plus c by d, I can say a by d separate, b by d separate. Make sure if this reverse, like d up and a minus b plus c, I can't do splitting. Splitting is only possible if you have many values in the numerator and 1 or 2 value will have denominator. So I hope so. Point is very, very clear. And now I'm going for next part. So I can say here 20 by 19 and x is coming in denominator. And when I split this one, I'm getting only 1 over 19. So let me recheck once again, because very awkward kind of equation I'm getting anyway. 20 minus, let me recheck from starting. Yeah, correct. 20 minus x goes there, 9 is come down. Correct. 20 by 19x, correct. And minus 1 by 9. No mistake at all here. Integrating both sides, students. When integrate, okay, this is, I can write this 20 by 9 inside or outside, no effect is coming. I am writing like this and 1 by x inside. And 1 over 19, right, inside, outside, no problem at all, and 1 dx here. So you see, integrating, I brought the numbers out. If you don't like to bring out, so no problem at all. And this question make it a little easier. What is this answer? Function down and derivative up, so logarithm of x is coming from here. And what is integration of 1 is x, so I get 1 over 19 times 2x. And what is here? I get t only, and plus c. I think up till here clear. If you confuse with this 19, you can shift in the starting stage on right side. So 19 multiplied there, you get a 19 here. So no problem. Even that also correct. But even this also right, no problem at all. I use this data times 0x1, times 0x1, t0 x1. When I run x1 here, and you know it, ln1 is 0, is gone. When x1 here, I get 1 over 19. When t0 here, it's gone. So C value is minus 1 over 19. This value I plug in here. So I'm getting 20 by 19, lot of algebra and a lot of attention required. If they come an exam, so be focused. All right. Now I think if I multiply into 19, question becomes easier. Okay, students, I multiply into 19, this into 19, 19 cancel, I get 20 log of x. Into 19, I get only x. Into 19, I get 19t. You see, you do in the beginning or end, no problem. Into 19, I get a 1. Okay, ultimately, what is my target? You see, this x is alone, I need it. Okay, and how to get this kind of thing, so try to do it. But one more thing, you know, see here, this is 0.9 and here is 0.05. And I think so it means mostly he's giving in decimals. Okay. And if I check it, 19 divided by 20, it is giving us 0.95. Anyway, this means this is not anyway. So we'll try to go for next planning. How to make it, before I just explain you, this X will go here. Now you ask one question, sir, how you know this X will go here? Why not this will go there, sir? Right? Very important question, because one thing is very clear. 1x will stay left side and 1x will go right side. How to decide it? You know, when exponentially coming, this means 100% logarithm there. It means it was logarithm left side and it was without this one. You see, it was like this. When you take log of the this one, so it will turn, then log cancel from both sides. It means I will keep log on the left hand side. I can show you further working. I know you confused a little bit, maybe. How, sir? I'm keeping ln left hand side. You will come to know, inshallah. This x is going right hand side. So I'm getting here 20 log of x equal to 19t minus plus x and minus 1. This 20, I will divide it. I get line, okay, I'm getting what here, student? Wait a minute. T is coming there. Okay, T is there. T is not there. Oh, he said T1. That it we will do later on, no problem. It means we are doing correct. What we're trying up till now is correct. Afterwards, what is the plan here, students? We can write it here, 20 divided by, whole divided 20 divided. So this 20 gone, and 19 by 20, what, let me check. 19 divided by 20, if I divide it, I get 0.95t. Okay, when divided by this 1, okay, x, so 1 divided by 20 is giving us 0.05x. Now, what about this? Again, same, you know, 1 divided by 20 is also coming 0.05. I believe all of you understanding up till now. Now come back on this idea. Whenever we have one side is logarithm, second side no logarithm. Look, log here, here no log. How deal this kind of question? We must know any number. If I want to convert in log, what is technique? I taught many times, I do again. 6, we can write 6 into 1. And what is 1? We can write ln of e, because you know ln is 1. And this 6 will go in the power. And you can check in calculator, students. If I type ln e to power 6, it will give you same 6. And if you don't believe me, you can check in calculator. It means if I say that I have 4, I can write ln e to power 4. If you type right hand side, it will give you left side. It means if I have any number, for example, this. So what I can write, students, ln x. So this whole thing, like this is a deal. This is a 4. Suppose 4. And how to write ln e to power 4? So I'm writing ln e to power 0.95t plus 0.05x negative 0.05. Now I can cancel log from both sides. I hope so you got it now. What is the reason behind it? And now plug in same time t is equals to 1. T1 will come here only. When I want there, so let's see what happens. So 0.95 plus 0.05x minus 0.05. And when I solve this with that, I will get that answer, what I'm looking for. E to power 0.9 and plus 0.05x. And let's see, same is asking for. So yeah, 0.9 and 0. Okay, let me write first, then I believe you will understand, because if I move again and again, maybe you'll not understand. Cut from here and bring it down. Now I'll try to compare it. See, oh, it is small actually, but anyway, see, it is a totally matching with that. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe the point is very clear and we have done our task. So this is approved. And let's go for the next question. And what is the next question we have? Next part, sorry. Use iterative formula based on formula in part B. It means this part, okay? And he said initial value given by him. Let me show you. Maybe this writing is disturbing to you. What is initial value? He said 2. It means x1 is 2. He said. And determine till 2 dp answer, but show each iteration till 4 dp. And you know what student rule basically you have? Let me write the whole equation, then I explain to you what is the basic rule we have. Basically, what is the criteria we have, students? Right hand side, we will write, look, I show blue color writing, n plus 1 comes always left side, and n comes right hand side. Don't write by mistake n plus 1 here, okay? And even don't put n wrong. You are bound to write here n plus 1 and here n. You will come to know why. So first of all, plug in every n by 1. When I plug in n by 1, students, so let's see what happens, students. First of all, when I plug in 1 here, I will get what? X2. When I plug in 1 here, I will get e to power 0.9 plus 0.05 x1. And x1 is 2 coming here. So I'm showing one time x2, x2, x2. E to power 0.9 plus 0.05 and 0.05 times 2, 2. Okay, let me type in my calculator here. Okay, exponential, all of you familiar, 0.9 plus 0.05 times 2, 2. And my answer is coming, x2 is 2.7183. First I plug in N1, now I plug in N2. You see, inshallah, when I plug in 2 here, 2 plus 1 give you 3. And when I plug in 2 here, here 2, it gives us e to power 0.9 plus 0.05. And this value, I'm plugging in x2. So I'm saving my time, 2.7183. And my answer of x3 is coming if I just use it here in a place of 2 answer. Okay. So let's see what answer is coming, 2.8177. So now I will plug in for N3. When I plug in N3, X4 is giving us e to power 0.9 plus 0.05. And this value will come in this bracket. So 2.81, sorry, 8177. And X4 I am getting is 2.8317. Gradually is meeting. Now I can show the fifth term even to examiner. Okay, and he said show working. Okay, not this. Sorry, there's a change. This value is coming here. So 8317. And what x5 I'm getting? X5 I'm getting 2 point. You see now, students, start matching 2.8337. And you see that it is the start matching, and gradually it is approaching. But I will just check one more time. X6 is not changing, and I think X6 is coming with us 2.8339. So it means this numbers are start matching, and this number is still keeping stay less than 5. So it means our answer is coming with us 2.83 approximately. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And what is the next part? Calculate the value of T for which entire plantation becomes infected. Infected. Entire. What is entire mean, student? How much total area? 20. It means if I plug in the place of x 20, if I plug in the whole x value, where is the formula, students? Or this formula? Sorry, this formula. Okay. And if I plug in x value 20 in formula, students, x is okay, is coming here what? So e to power 0.9 plus 0.05 into 20. Okay, and 20, it means after 20 iterations. So what is the technique here? I just replace here 20, and it is giving us, then wait a minute. No, sorry, he's saying t value, so not this is. Sorry for that. This x value. He said, what is the value of t when the entire plantation is infected? So it means x value is 20. So I will use the top formula, not this one formula. Top formula in which we have t involved. Where t involved? 1 minute, please. Let me show you infected. Okay, and this equation we proved in which t involved here. This equation. Wait a minute, because he was asking here. Okay, what is if x is 20? So what is a value of t? So I can use even this connection also, okay, because t is my target. Okay, t is my target. I replace every x by 2020. So this is t. So I think this equation, I should use it. So I take this equation from here, okay, and I bring it down here. All right, I plug in 20 everywhere. So log of 20, 0.95 t as it is, and 0.05 into 20 minus 0.05. Now I just make it bring all right and left side. So log of 20, okay, I just show working. Log of 20, and this is what is 0.05 into 20, student? It is giving 1. It means this, I just show you 0.95 t. This is 1 actually, and negative 0.05. So I bring it whole left side, and let's see one answer coming back here. So log of 20 and minus 1 and plus 0.05, and I'm getting what here? So 2.0457 equals to 0.95 t, and I find t from here, students. So if I divide by 0.95, an answer is coming with me 2.15. Got it. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And we have to read it carefully. Find the t value when entire plantation become infected. It means x value is 20. First, by mistake, I kept it here. Then I realized that he asking t, and t is not involved here. So it means t is where? T even not here, then t is here. No, sorry, even not here. T is involved in this. So better to use not this form. Okay, better to use above form. So that is why I pick from here this form. I hope so the point is very, very clear. Question number 11, complex numbers. He's saying this complex number is denoted by u. Okay, so let's see how we can do it. Let me power issue a minute. So question here we have complex number is given by him, u, and he is saying what here. So he's saying express in this special name is called polar form. So polar form we have to convert, or it is called exponential form also. Polar form is some other, this is called exponential actually. When e involved there is called exponential form. Exponential form. Okay, so let's start. How we can do it, students? First of all, best idea, you have to sketch. If you sketch, look at here, it's not accurate required. So root 3 negative, it means, you know, root 3 is what? 1.7321 approximately. So it is not 2 exactly, it is a quarter to 2, just before 2. So this is the negative 2 here. So I'm drawing here negative root 3. And 1 is, let's say, is here. So it means this point I have it, this point. And if I make it a line, you will understand, inshallah, this is a line. All right. And this triangle, I get it here. Okay, students, and this is, I given name alpha. Okay, so he's asking that we have to convert. What does R stand for? The modulus, the distance. And that is very simple. That what is U modulus? Negative root 3 plus iota. And U modulus is root and negative root 3 square and plus 1 square. Don't involve I. So if you solve it, this is square will give you 3 and this is coming 1. So 3 plus 1, 4, 4 root is 2. So you can say this is R because he's converting in R form. So this is R. It means that this distance, blue color line direct is 2. And now I'm looking for theta. What is alpha? Alpha is this is a root 3. This is a 1. So opposite by adjacent tan. So tan inverse. I will not take a negative sign. And alpha is coming tan inverse of 1 over root 3. It is coming 30 degree. And he said that pi form. So pi by 6, right? 30 degree or radian form. So pi by 6 is our answer. So pi by 6 is answer. And now we have to, so this is called, but hold on, this is not our answer. This is answer. We have to, whenever talk about argument, okay, we have to start from positive x. Rule, this is a rule. Some students think this is argument. No, this is not argument. It's a principal angle actually. And pi minus that. So what is the argument, students? So argument is very clear. Argument of u is pi minus pi by 6. So 5 pi by 6. So now I'm writing in final form. So u, it means -3 plus iota. I converted into 2 will go here and I theta is going there. This is actually theta. So it means 2 e to power 5 pi by 6 iota. You write iota before or iota later, so no effect is coming. I hope so. You got it. Okay. So 5 pi by 6. So this is done. Now, student, let's go for okay. For your knowledge, you writing this form or this is a special form we have also that is called 2 bracket open cos 5 pi by 6 plus iota sine 5 pi by 6. And this is also you, okay, like writing this way or writing this way. This is called exponential form and this is called polar form. So you can use any form, no issue at all, but he specifically mentioned here, so I wrote this one, but this form I will use here, but I can use this form also, no problem. He's asking u6. Now we have a special formula. What is that formula is? So I'm writing in a polar form. I'm not writing exponential form, so some logic you will come to know afterwards. When I take power 6 on both sides, okay, take power 6 on the both sides, power 6. So u6 come left side, power 6 on this side, this, and power come on the top. I think logical is not illogical what I wrote. But there's a De Moivre's rule. De Moivre says what? De Moivre says that whenever we have this polar form, so this angle will multiply, this power will multiply the angle only. So when I multiply u to power 6, so 2 to power 6 is 64. And when I 6 multiply here, 6 cancel and cos 5 pi left. And here sine 5 pi left. And you type this alone in calculator and what I know, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. And here always -1. Cos is always -1 here. So I can type it directly. And this is 64. And here I'm writing -1. And sine pi along x-axis 0 always. So I know it. But you would type in calculator, no problem at all. And -64 is our answer for u to power 6. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I think the point is very, very clear. All right, so this is a De Moivre's rule I applied. Anyway, let's talk about the next part. Next part he's saying here, on a sketch Argand diagram, shade the region which point complex numbers representing inequalities. This too, okay? First I talk about this. So let's start. 0, argument, z. I'm putting bracket. No, let me write a big bracket also so you can differentiate. A bracket. You ask why you're putting brackets here. Just sake of knowledge, understanding, easy understanding. U is what we have, minus √3 plus iota. Again, I repeat, minus √3 plus iota. Okay. So this is actually for your knowledge. When our argument comes, it's called ray. Okay, this is called ray, representing ray. This is a starting point of ray. Starting point of ray. And these are two angles between. So if I show you rough idea, you inshallah believe understanding. Where is this point as I showed before? So this point is locating here, right? Left hand side, the second quadrant. So if I show you rough idea, no time, inshallah, I believe you will understand. So -√3 is somewhere here. -√3 and 1. This is called starting point. Okay, student, starting point of ray is here. All right. And from here, this is 0. I will make a rough line. This is x-axis. This is representing 0 angle. And what is this angle? 45 degree. Pi by 4 is 45 degree. And 45 degree is common sense. This is a 90 degree. Where's the 45? Exactly half. So exactly half. So I hope so got a point. So I'm going to make it here. You see, that is why you see this a line. I make it here. And this angle is confirmed 45 degree. You write or write 4 by pi by 4. So this line actually we have to make it, this is a region in the middle of that. Why? Because in the middle of this and this angle, I think you got my point. So let's start now. Accurate diagram, not accurate. Again, sketch it. It is sketch. Okay. Look, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. And I try to make it. This is -1. This is -2. This is +1. This is +2. This +2 due to this number. And now I make it here 1. Now I make it here 2. And you're surprised to know why. Inshallah, I will give a proper logic. I take 3. So some logic behind it. Okay, where this number is -√3 and -√3, slightly behind of this one. So this is -√3. So point is -√3 is 1 is this. Exactly in front of here. Okay, students, so I make it again here. So this line I'm making just sake of your knowledge. This is a 0 line. This is 0 line. Okay. And now I make it, what is this student gap? This is √3. It means √3. Okay. Now you're surprised. Whenever we have a square, there's a very important thing I want to discuss. You will listen to me very carefully. If you don't understand this point, you can't solve a question. So if this is a 90 degrees, is a square, for example, this 2 unit, 2 unit, 2 unit, and 2 unit, and your line will pass from here and go from this point to y if this angle is pi by 4 or it's called 45 degree. If this is that is why this gap and this gap equal. I'm sure you understood why, because it's a square shape. This gap and this gap equal. So my question from you now, if this is a √3, 100% is √3, 100% this √3 and √3. So what is this gap, student? √3. So what about this gap and where line will pass? 100% √3. Why? Because this I am getting here like a square shape. You can see the same square shape here. And this is √3 here. And this gap is also √3. I hope so got the point. And that is reason my line of this ray will pass. You see, I'm going to make, wait a minute. I take a scale better. This is okay. Yeah, 1 minute, please. Yeah, you see this line I'm making here. Okay, slightly up. Now, okay. Now, student, what is this number? 100%. What is this gap? √3. What is gap? √3. And what is this gap? √3. But it's starting from where? 1. So can I say this number is 1 plus √3? 100% clear. So this number is 1 plus √3 for sure. Okay, this is a confirm. And this ray is going on. So this I drew just close to accurate. Okay. And now you're surprised to know what about this one. So before I start, I want to teach you one more idea, and that is a very, very important. What is this is called real axis. How to read it? Real axis. Real axis. What is equation? IM stand for imaginary of z equals to 0. Okay, what is this? Imaginary axis. Imaginary axis. And what is equation? Real of z equal to 0. Like opposite variable equal to 0. If line passes through 1, what about this line, students? Will be real of z equals to 1. Okay, if line goes through 2, there's a 1, there's a 2. So what is this number, this equation? Real of z is equals to 2. So I believe you got my point that what is he saying here? Real of Z equals to 2. So I am going to take a scale, and now this time I'm going to make a line which is passing through here. You see, and I believe you got my point. And I take green color line. That's it. And I hope so. The point is very clear. And I remove the scale, and this equation of line I'm writing here, real of Z is what is that? Less or more? Less than equals to 2. I hope so. You got the point very clear. What I am discussing with you, this point is clear. Now, what is that? Let's a shading part. He said that shade. So shading part is coming according to this question, less than this angle, bigger than 0. So it means stay in this one boundary limit. And he said less than 2, it means not right side, wrong, left side, left, all right, left side, but it will stay in this. So this is my shading part. I hope so. The concept is very, very clear. And now I'm going for the last part, which is the most important part as well. The greatest argument, the greatest value of the modulus. What is modulus? What is the definition of modulus, students? This is called shortest distance from origin. Shortest distance from origin is representing this one. I believe all of you understand it. So let's try to find it. But of the shaded part, like which point is greatest distance from the origin? He's saying we know definition is what? I repeat my words. Modulus is called shortest distance, but he's saying give me that number which point is the maximum away. Okay, which point is maximum away in the region? So naturally, which part is this point is a maximum away? No, wrong. It's close. No, wrong. Is this point? No. What about 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 this point? Yes. So this point is a maximum away from the origin. And he was asking greatest value of the modulus of Z. So it means this number I'm looking for. And very interesting how to get this point. Actually, look, I join a line from here till here. I repeat, I make a join once again. This red line is my target distance. This is called Z modulus. Now you can see, students, we have a technique available. How to find this one, students? So we have a technique. If we look at carefully, we have many ways. Okay, we have many ways. First of all, I can talk about this triangle, a big one. All right. I can talk about this triangle. All right. But I think this triangle is not a good choice. Good choice is this one, I think also. But problem is that what is this student gap is 2. And this distance is my question, right? If I get this angle, and I think I can get my answer in no time. So let's see how we can find this angle. But before I start, what is the angle here, students? So this angle is pi by 4. This angle is pi by 4. Okay. This angle is pi by 4. And the angle is the only issue with us. So let's try to find out the angle. Okay, students. If we get it, the question is, inshallah, over. How we can get it? Let's search here. So students, so first of all, I will make 2 triangles here. One triangle, as I said before, that a big one I will take. Big one is, it means, let's say it is a point P. This point I take Q. This point is O. And beside of it, this I will take as a Z. I think this is enough. And this is a P, N. Okay. So first of all, students, I will talk about this big triangle OQP. 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 90 degree. And this is my target. I will keep X. Okay. So what is this? What is this distance? 2. So 2, done. If I get PQ, question is over. If I get PQ, my question will finish. But how to get PQ? So student, now I talk about a big triangle, this one. So I'm going to label ZNP. ZNP. I'm going to make another triangle Z NP. And for your knowledge, this is 90 degree. This is pi by 4. How come? How come pi by 4? You see, this has angle given by him. So I'm writing here pi by 4. Student, this is pi by 4. Interesting part. What is this gap? This gap we know. How come? This is root 3. No, you know this is a root 3 gap. And what is this gap, student? 2. So total gap from here to here is 2 plus root 3. I repeat, this is 2, this is root 3. Don't count negative sign. Negative is just for direction only. So I got 2 plus root 3. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I think you can get it Pn from here. So what is the Pn? Opposite by adjacent is giving you tan pi by 4. Oh, sorry, we have already this one. Okay, no, the bigger one we don't have. Okay, so this is coming what, students? Opposite by adjacent, and let me recheck. This is a root 3, this is a 2. Yeah, correct is going on. So this is a tan by 1. So this multiplied there. So Pn is also coming 2 plus root 3. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So my question, what is this gap? This gap is 2 plus root 3. And what is this height? What is this height? 1. What is this height? 1. If this is 2 plus root 3, this is 1. So become 3 plus root 3. I think you got my point. So this becomes 3 plus root 3, and that's it. Because PQ is equals to 1 plus PN. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The point is very clear, and I got 3 plus root 3, which I wrote here. Now I'm using Pythagoras theorem, students, and then game is over. And what is the root? Pythagoras theorem applying here? Hypotenuse square and 2 square and plus 3 plus root 3 square. And take the root. Okay, I'm writing the whole thing, and I'm just typing. I'm not typing separate altogether, inshallah. And so I'm typing in a calculator. Okay, wait a minute, and let's see what answer comes. And root 4 plus 3 plus root 3 and square of this value, and it is giving us 5.137. If I round it, I get 5.1414. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And this is he was asking for the greatest value. So Alhamdulillah, 3 SF is required, and we got it. So Alhamdulillah, paper is over, and best of luck for your exam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.